You're watching HCAM TV.
Good morning and welcome back to Keep Moving with the Senior Center. I'm Amy Beck, the Director of Senior Services in Hopkinton. Many of you know that due to COVID, the Senior Center is still not yet open to the public. However, we have many new and exciting virtual programs available to you. So while virtual programming may not be easy for everyone, either because you don't like technology or you don't have it, do know that you can still connect with our programs by your phone. So if you have any questions, give us a call. We are always here to help you, and check out our newsletter. This is the new one coming out very shortly. We're packaging it up now to send off to you before the holidays. And if you have any help, or if you need any help, I should say, and want to ask any questions or just want someone to talk to, give us a call. We're at 508-497-9730. So I want to let you know this is a live show, and we would love to hear from you. If you want to give us a call, you can do that. I'll give you that number, but I have a number of people on staff who want to say good morning to you all and, have a happy holidays. But if you want to call in, give the HCAM a call at 508-435-7887. So it looks like I've got a few people here already. Judy, I don't know if you wanted to say hello, and Kim and Marlene, I know you're on here as well.
Hi. I think we have both Lisa.
Oh, excellent.
So we just want to wish you all a wonderful holiday and a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And just, so many of us a lot of us are going to be alone. We're not with our whole families. Hate that term, we're all in this together, but we really are. And so our hearts go out to you all who are home alone, but stay connected with us if you can. We're here for you, and we'd love a phone call, and we would be happy to have a friendly caller be in touch with you once in a while if you'd like.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, everyone. We miss you. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, though.
There definitely is, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So Marlene and Kim, I see you back there. You'll have to unmute, but just say hello to everybody.
Okay, hi. Well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and let's hope for a much better New Year than this one has been. And we do also I miss people coming in. I know often I'm squirreled away in my office, but still the wonderful lunch program when everybody would come in. I miss seeing people. We'll be back to that hopefully in this coming year. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm, read some good books, and take good care of yourself. Kim?
Hey guys, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Just want to say we're all thinking of you. If you need any help, don't ever hesitate to call Outreach. Even if you just want to talk, work out a problem. If you're feeling lonely, please don't hesitate to call. We're here to support you. And I hope you all stay well and healthy this holiday season. We'll be thinking of you all.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not wearing my mask right now because I'm in my own room, but I know that you all want to see their faces and we want to see yours. So know that they're all thinking about you and wishing you all the best. I have one of the questions we posed this week on our coffee hour was, what's your favorite holiday tradition? And so we know things are a little bit different for you all this year, but why don't you I want to show you what a few of us and a few of our participants who come to the coffee hour had to say about their favorite holiday tradition.
I love number one, Christmas Eve, and going to a candlelight service and singing Silent Night. I do. I love it. But for my family, I love it when we come together. You know, to me, the tradition is love, acts of love.
Mine is from when I was a kid. Every Christmas Eve, my brother and I would have a cup of hot chocolate, and my father would read this book to us every year. So
nice.
I still have it.
Every holiday Christmas tradition, of course, is Christmas Eve service with the family. And but more recently, as through my marriage, Christmas ornaments have been very special to me because my mother-in-law started giving an ornament every year, and they were always Hallmark ones, you know, Norman Rockwell pictures on them, or just, you know, faith-based ornaments.
We've always done a craft on Thanksgiving. It has to do with Christmas. After dinner, all the women would get together around the table and we'd do some craft that Pam came up with. Very crafty people. And this year they made what they called snow globes, but it was done with a laminated machine. And this happens to be the one they made this year. And this one is an ornament.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Ours was pretty much the similar thing was the ornaments. I've done it every year for my kids. Some years it's more difficult to come up with something because you feel like, you know, sometimes it's obvious and sometimes you question, should I do this or should I not? And one of the things that I did one year, I could not find something for one of my daughters. And finally I said, she likes Starbucks. So I got her one of the little Starbucks card, didn't put any money on it. That was the sad part later on. Punched a hole in it, tied a string around it, and that was her ornament. And when she opened it, she was like, what? You know, but to me, the fun, and yet sometimes it's, you wonder if they're making fun of it, is when they pull out their ornaments every year and they're hanging them on the tree. And they're like, what was mom thinking this year when she gave it? The other part was just always cookies. Cookies was always a big part of our holiday tradition. And my mother used to make, I don't know, 12 different varieties. And when I was in school, we could still give gifts to teachers that were homemade. And we would decorate coffee cans. They'd clean out the coffee cans and we'd decorate the outside for each teacher. And then we'd fill it with cookies and give that to the teacher. So I see you all here. I wonder if Marlene and Kim and Judy, whether you guys have a tradition that you would love to share with everybody.
I'm trying to think of a tradition, but I think it is appreciating the ornaments. You know, as you're hanging them up, it can take quite a while to put them on the tree because there's a story behind every one. You know, there's even some that I've made. My mother was a Cub Scout leader, so my brother was in the Cub Scouts and I had to tag along as a younger kid sister who my mother couldn't leave alone. So I made ornaments. Well, actually they came to our house and I made these ornaments and I still have them out of the styrofoam. And you took a common pin and some sequins and stick them into the styrofoam. And styrofoam was a big deal back in the 50s. So those ornaments and the ornaments that my children made all through the school year when they went to both my children graduated from Hopkinton, and this ornaments that they made in the school, it's amazing to realize how fast they grew up and we're hanging ornaments, and now their children are making ornaments that we're hanging on the tree, my grandchildren. So it's the sweetness and the remembrances behind the ornaments. How about you, Kim?
So for us, ever since I was little, my parents started the tradition of making a gingerbread house, which I've carried on with my kids. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we never eat it. We decorate it and it's like a showpiece. It's so big. So yeah, I'll have to next time. Yeah. So that's our favorite tradition.
So Kim, do you make your own gingerbread houses or do you buy the kits?
Oh. I tried making my own gingerbread. It didn't come out so great, but I do the frosting that with the meringue that keeps the gingerbread together. A lot of decorating. So the kids look forward to it every year.
Yeah, we've had a few competitions between the kids and house decorating. And this year I can't find any of the kits. I think everyone under the sun who's home has bought all the kits. So I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm a little afraid. Judy, do you have a tradition? I think she's muted. There we go.
Well, I'll just go on, go back to Christmas Eve because, yeah, with the ornament thing, and we also, have tradition there very similar where you pick out something unique to that individual. It's time consuming, it can be expensive, but it's still fun. And everybody is supposed to hang on to their ornaments. And when they leave the nest, they should be taking all those ornaments with them. So anyway, being Italian, one would think we do this whole 7 fishes thing, but we never really did. We would have some forms of fish on Christmas Eve. My father loved fried schmelts, and we'd always have a pasta with a anchovy type sauce on it or clam sauce, something like that. But here in Hopkinton, a new tradition began when a dear neighbor who has now moved up to New York State would pop in with warm homemade bread, Italian type of bread. And even his wrapper had his name on and everything. He had special bags to put it in. And he'd also bring with him some of those traditional salads with scungili and calamari and things like that. And they were cold salads. And with that bread, they were yummy. And I would make, in my traditional other Christmas Eve was a bacala soup or stew. And if you've ever had Manhattan clam chowder, this is very much almost identical, except that we use the salted cod, which you soak for 2 or 3 days and throw the salty water off. And you put that in instead of clams. And that with some Italian bread is fabulous. So that's our Christmas Eve tradition. Unfortunately, our friend Dave has moved up north and we don't get that nice homemade bread. So if anyone knows where I can get some really good Italian bread, let me know.
Oh, that's great. I'll tell you what, between the foods and the decorations and the ornaments, for me, that is definitely Christmas and holiday traditions. I did want to give a correction. I gave out a wrong number apparently for our call-in. So if you do want to call in, let me give you the new number. This is for the program. It's 508-603-1603. So if you want to call in and share your holiday tradition, please do. We'd love to hear from you.
Amy, I was going to suggest, I've never done it, but I read that you could substitute when you want to make a gingerbread house. A quick way to do it is to buy graham crackers, and you'll have to make up your own, frosting, and you can use a Ziploc baggie with a little snip at the bottom, and you can assemble graham crackers.
You know what? Thank you for that reminder, because I have a ton of graham crackers that we didn't use when we had s'mores this summer. So that's actually a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the tradition may be saved in my house with the house decorating. One of the things that we did this year is we were able, which is a little different. The tradition here at the Senior Center is that the Police Association puts on a lovely dinner for the seniors in Hopkinton. And this year, obviously, we weren't able to all get together. However, we were able to provide a holiday dinner to many of you. And we have a little clip from our holiday distribution this week that we want to share with you. We are here at the Senior Center, and what we have today is a holiday dinner that we're passing out. We've got about 120 seniors that are picking up dinners today in Hopkinton. And as you can see, we've got Santa and the Grinch here to join us in case there's any mix-up. Santa's in red and the Grinch is, you know, he's in green. So, but anyway, we're excited to have everyone come by. We've already had a few people show up, and this is what's going on at the Senior Center. Always something. Well, we do dinner for about 40 people Tuesday through Friday, so 4 days a week. And we wanted to do something at Thanksgiving. We had a Thanksgiving dinner we passed out, and we wanted to give a special holiday dinner. Normally, we have a big Christmas party that the Police Association puts on for the seniors. This year, obviously, we can't all get together. So we are doing our little part, and it's through the CARES Act and generosity of a number of people that we're able to put together this for everybody. So the CARES Act is the biggest sponsor, but we got our meal, and the spoon was a big part of this. This meal is coming from the spoon, paid for by the CARES Act, but we've had a number of seniors who brought a little extra special something. So there's a few extra treats in with the meal. We're trying to do something special each month when we can, and so I think January is a little iffy, but we will have something in February and March, so keep your eyes open for the newsletter. That tells you everything that's going on. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a lot of fun to see everyone there. And very grateful that Santa and the Grinch were able to join us as well. Santa's a big tradition and a big part of our Christmas party, and also a part of our annual Christmas holiday sale that we weren't able to have again this year as well. So I did want to let you know, the newsletter they're working on right now to mail out to you. This is the January one, and we have some programs coming up again, and you can Zoom into them or you can phone in where you can listen to what's happening. One of the big things that we have that I know everyone's a little concerned about, online safety, especially as we do some more shopping and a lot of our stuff is online. So we do have a program on online safety coming up in January. I think that as a senior center, we want you to know how much we miss you, and we do want to find a way to connect with you. We do have a new program coming in. It's a friendly caller program. If you would love to have someone give you a call on a regular basis, please let us know. We have a number of volunteers and staff who are making those calls, and it's just a great way to connect and stay connected with someone else other than yourself, especially as we're inside a lot more right now. We have our chef, Natalie, also is sharing a special holiday apple crumble. I hope you enjoy it. I have loved her recipes. Now I just need her to come to my house and make them for me. But I hope you enjoy what she's been sharing with us. And we have an apple crumble coming up right now.
Good morning. Today we're making an apple crumble, but not the typical apple crumble that you find in New England. So this is more of a French version of the apple crumble. What are you going to need? So you're going to need about 2 pounds of apples. I'm using Macintosh. I cut those into quarters, so peeled, cored, and cut into quarters. And I added about the amount of juice equal to 1 big lemon. So you squeeze a lemon and you add the juice. That keeps the color from turning brown basically, but it also adds a little bit of acidity, which we want, and the juice that we want to cook these. So we're going to pre-cook these a little bit before we make the crumble. So you can add actually a teaspoon of cinnamon to this. So I will, because we like cinnamon. You can skip that if you're not a big fan of cinnamon. To make the crumble, I'm going to need a stick of butter, which is half a cup of butter, 1 cup of flour, half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 egg yolk, and a little pinch of salt, and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Now, if you're allergic to nuts, you can't have almonds, you can definitely skip the almond and the almond extract. So you don't have to. I do find that it gives a special taste to this crumble. It's absolutely delicious, but that of course is optional. So I'm gonna put this on the stove and let it cook for about maybe 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes. You want the apples to get a little tender, but not too mushy, basically. All right, so while these apples are cooking, I also turn my oven on at 350 degrees. I'm waiting for it to warm up. We're gonna work on our dough. So it's a cookie dough, but it's a crumbly cookie dough. So I take my half cup of butter and I'm going to mix in my flour and my sugar. Put it all together. My almonds can go in there as well. And a little pinch of salt, 1, 2, 3, that's all I need. I don't need a whole lot. And then, no, I'll save that for last. So I'm gonna start mixing my butter with my hands. It gives the best results because you don't want the butter to be too melted. Like I said, you want it to be crumbly. So once it's a little bit mixed, just a little bit mixed like this, you can add your teaspoon of almond extract and your egg yolk. So it's not a whole lot of eggs, so we're gonna make sure it's all in there, and then you keep on mixing. And you still want to keep that crumbly consistency. So it's actually good exercise for your hand if you have arthritis in your hand. This feels actually pretty good. All right, so this looks pretty good. The apples have started breaking down, but they're not all the way broken down. So now I'm going to pour the apples into my dish. Oh, nice and full. Push it down a bit because there's spaces. Here we go. Perfect. And here's the thing. Now we have our dough. This is what the dough looks like. So it's between crumbly and soft. But as you put the dough onto your crumble, what you're going to do is just really break it down again. So as you place it, you just put clumps on it. So if you have extra dough, that means you can make a second crumble. So here we go. I didn't get to use all my dough. That's okay. I can make a mini crumble later or whatever, save it for later, or make a cookie out of it because it's cookie dough really. And this is what you end up with. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for, I'm going to start with 20 minutes. I want to see because it's a new oven for me. So I just want to make sure I got it right. It could be 30 minutes, but we'll start with 20 and see how that goes. Because what you want is this to be browned. And the apples will continue cooking, but not too much. All right, so it beat. I had to add another 10 minutes. So this would have to cook for 30 to 35 minutes. And here we are. We have a beautiful crumble with cookie dough on top. It's actually delicious. You can serve it with whipped cream or ice cream, a la mode. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed as much as we do, but this is our favorite crumble out of all.
Sorry, I was muted. That looks really yummy. We love having Chef Natalie's cooking shows to share with you all. So I hope you enjoy them as well. You know, I was reminded, you know, our meal program is Tuesday through Friday. We serve about 40 people, and I believe we have a few spots left. So if you are in need or would like to be part of this, please give us a call. You know, with the pickup of the meals that we did on Wednesday of the holiday meals, I cannot forget to remind you all that we have our drivers, George and Louie. They're still working with us, and they are bringing you around on a daily basis and on our special days meals. They're driving the bus and helping deliver the meals along with one of our staff members who runs them to the door. But I know that George and Louie would send big hellos and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all of you. So know that they're still with us, and we can't wait to have you back on our buses soon. I don't know if anyone has something they would love to share. I see you all still here, which is lovely. I don't know if you want to share anything else. I see a lot of faces. Unmuting, that's part of it.
I just want to bring up the fact that we are packing up the newsletter. We're really hoping it'll get into people's mailboxes, but I've already experienced with packages, there's a huge delay. So let's hope that you all get it before the end of the month. So we're packing it up today, 2,100 of them, and it'll be in the mail this afternoon.
Great. And Marlene, I saw you were going to just say
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Wish we were all together. We really do. Oh, we miss our guests. Yeah.
We plan on seeing them all hopefully soon. The vaccine gets us one step closer to getting back to a little bit more normalcy. Until then, and until our doors are fully open, please know that we are still here for you. And as always, the newsletter, as Judy said, it's chock full of information and, fun programs to join in on. So remember to stay safe this holiday and wear your mask when you're out in public. Practice social distancing. I know that's really hard around the holidays, but please, we want you to be safe and keep washing those hands and to keep moving with the Senior Center. I do want to let you know that coming up right after this program at 10:30, HCAM is showing the holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life, starring Jimmy Stewart, Donna Reed, and Lionel Barrymore. So it's a story that reminds us how to appreciate all that we have and also how important each one of you is to those that you know and love and to all of us. So remember, stay safe. We miss you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon.